Hi there, welcome on tuxocher.com, and in today's little video we want to talk about super resolution or high res again. And while in the last video we did that with the Photoshop CC method to calculate an image with a larger resolution, this led us to images that weren't quite as sharp as expected. Since we have to capture at least 4 or more images, we could right away try to use panorama technique for generating images with, let's say, 50 or more megapixels. So let's go out and make a couple of test shots to see if we are right. Okay, now we're here in the landscape, beautiful weather. And first I try to do just a regular shot with the focal length of 35mm. Just do that. Looks pretty good on the display. And now we try to do the same shot, but with a lot of shot at f70mm to get more resolution. I measure out the exposure time and then I shut off autofocus. Okay, that was it. Now we go home and start Lightroom to stitch the capture. Okay, I parted the images into Lightroom. Here you see the normal capture shot with the 35mm from this place, and here we have 12 images as base images for the panorama. So I just marked and merge them to a panorama shot. With these easier panos I do it most often in Lightroom, and as you can see the preview is pretty good. So we do a final merge. Okay, here's the final pano shot, and here as a comparison the regular shot done with just one shot. And if you compare them side by side, you can see that I almost covered the angle of view from the normal shot. I should have taken one row more, but as you can see, if you take a look on the resolution, I hope he will update the view. Now here you can see it is really sharp and not as unsharp as with the Photoshop CC mode. And as you can see here we have almost 14,000 by 7,500 pixels, so that should be enough to do a real big print if you want. Okay, as you could see, we get with the 8 shots with the standard Canon 5D Mark II shots around 45 to 50 megapixels. Would be even more if I wouldn't forget the last line or last row of captures. But with this method you have real 50 megapixel or more in one image, and it's really crisp, sharp, and the effort for taking those pictures is not larger than compared to the Photoshop CC method. You have to take 8, maybe 12 captures to cover up the angle of a 35mm lens with a medium telephoto, let's say 70 to 85 millimeters. You can choose a stitching program what you like. I do smaller stitching progresses with Lightroom, but sometimes I prefer Petit GUI. You have the same restriction that the object doesn't have to move while you're making your images, but I find it a lot easier than the Photoshop CC method, and you can do it without a tripod if you stick to a medium telephoto lens. Of course, you can substitute the angle of view from, let's say, a 28 or 35 millimeter lens by using a 135 or even a 200 millimeter telephoto, but then I would recommend that you use a nodal point adapter to get the right steps between the captures you need and also the rows you need to cover up the field of view. So what do you think about this relatively simple method, just using Panorama for getting images with a real high resolution and with a lot of megapixels, which should be enough for doing very large prints? Just let me know in the comments, and I would be happy if you like this video, and I would even be more happy if you subscribe my video channel. So that's for today from me. Till the next time, ciao, Tux Oche.